So today the president said that a majority of Republicans have signed on to Senator Scott's tax plan. That does not seem to be the case. Senator Scott said that today.
Oh, Jen smells blood. Locked and loaded, head tilt activated, ready for action. Proceed.
Mitch McConnell had said that the party is not behind this. Are there any Republicans that you can think of or the president might be referencing that is currently behind this?
Psaki Bomb incoming in 3, 2, 1.
Do you count the chairman of the Republican committee as an important Republican?
He is the chairman of a committee, but if no other Republican...
It's actually a she, the chairman of the Republican Party.
There.
So Chairman Ronna McDaniel praised Senator Scott's proposal as a, quote, clear plan for Republicans that offers, quote, real solutions. She's the chairwoman of the party. Rick Scott is not a random senator. He is literally in charge of winning back the Senate for Republicans and what the plan is. So he is the person who's put forward this plan. Senator Ron Johnson has called the congressional GOP plan a, quote, positive thing. Senator Mike Braun has said he was, quote, glad Rick did it. Senator Tommy Tuberville said he was, quote, on board with the congressional GOP plan. Congressman Matt Gaetz said he was, quote, proud of Senator Rick Scott for providing this bold agenda. So not only that, which seems to be quite a range of Republicans, but there isn't an alternative plan they've put forward. So it's either this put together by the person who is leading the effort to win back the Senate or nothing. And the president this morning talked about what his plan is. If they have an alternative plan, we would welcome them putting it forward.
And they did say one was coming in this summer.
So there you have it, Press Secretary Jen Psaki dropping one of her signature Psaki bombs on a reporter who is asking about the Republican plan laid out by Senator Rick Scott. As Psaki noted, Senator Scott is not just any Republican. He is the chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the organization responsible for re-electing Senate Republicans in the midterms. And this plan was praised by many Republicans, including Republican National Committee Chair Ronna Romney McDaniel. The Republican plan states that no, taxes do not need to be raised on the rich or wealthy corporations, but in fact need to be raised on lower and middle income earners. As Rick Scott writes in the plan, this is so lower income Americans, quote, have some skin in the game. It also proposes, quote, sunsetting Medicare and Social Security. That's a fancy way of saying ending Medicare and Social Security. And hey, you don't have to believe me and you don't have to believe Jen Psaki. Even Fox News called Rick Scott out to his face live on the air.
So that would raise taxes on half of Americans and potentially sunset programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. Why would you propose something like that in an election year?
Sure. Well, John, that's, of course, the Democrat talking points. It's a 11-step plan.
No, it's in the plan. It's in the plan.
But here's let's think about reality for a second. First of all, let's talk about Medicare.
But Senator, hang on.
John.
So it's not a Democratic talking point. It's in the plan.
So given that he's made this his issue, this is worth reminding you of Rick Scott's history with Medicare. Rick Scott is a former healthcare executive whose company was fined $1.7 billion for engaging in the largest Medicare fraud in American history. So was Rick Scott punished for his role in this fraud? Absolutely not. Rick Scott walked away with a golden parachute of $300 million in stock, a $5.1 million severance, and $950,000 a year in consulting fees for 5 years. And now this is the guy who wants to take away your Medicare? After being schooled by Jen Psaki, the reporter makes one last-ditch effort to try to cover for Republicans. Listen to this.
If they have an alternative plan, we would welcome them putting it forward.
And they did say one was coming in this summer.
They did say a plan was coming this summer. When? In 2 weeks with Trump's healthcare plan? During Infrastructure Week? How many times are we going to give Republicans the benefit of the doubt that mythical plans are just on the way? They'll be here in 2 weeks, just another 2 weeks. Give me a break. See, Republicans were very proud of this plan before they were called out on it. And now Rick Scott has the nerve to ask President Biden to resign because he exposed what's actually in his plan. Hey Republicans, if you want to make it your plan to raise taxes on lower and middle income earners and get rid of Social Security and Medicare, fine, be my guest, but own it. Be proud of it. Talk about it. Don't get mad at us for reading it. Don't get mad at people for talking about it. Don't be cowards. Don't run away. And definitely do not come after Jen Psaki when she's got all the receipts.